Good morning to you. It is your girl, Latiska Power. And guess what I'm going to do just for you today? I'm going to teach you how to really get this manifesting cracking. But first, I got to get you to understand exactly who you are and how your mind works. So let me go on and put a little something. You know, I like music. I love music. So let me inspire you just a little bit today. Let's get it cracking.
There's something special on the inside of you, and it's time for you to manifest. There's purpose, there's goals, there's ministry, there's a calling, and it's time for you to become everything God has designed and created you to be. We got my brother, Pastor Michael
You
Lampkin,
better
my
get
sister,
with it
Pastor Sam Franklin, joining me. Purpose, let's
because
prophesy.
the power has always been you to manifest. And if you would read my book, We Have Powerful DNA, you would know that.
A new trailing. Sometimes it don't feel too good, but you've got to get to that promise. So let's prophesy.
We're going to do it together. We declare it. And guess what we're going to do? We're going to call it in our spirit. To become what your dream is. You to be. All right. Now, I want to talk to you today about the power is you. It has always been you. But because you have disconnected yourself from who you are, you can't remember how to use your gifts. But your gifts were given to you by God. The most powerful thing that we have is our mind, and our mind creates our reality. Our mind is our subconscious mind, is the mind that does it all. So you have to break those habits, break those limiting beliefs, and we're going to get into it. Manifesting is going to prepare you for success because manifestations it's a process to this thing because we got to get you in position to receive the gift, okay? Because the gift is already there. It's waiting on you to get there. It's waiting on you to make the right decision. Okay, well, I'm going to start doing this instead of doing that, okay? Remember, the brain does not know the difference between you fantasizing, visualizing, and your reality. Those are the two things you must remember. But visualization is one of the most important things you can do to manifest. So often I hear people creating vision boards where you can create a vision board over and over and over and over again. If you're not doing anything, taking steps to the pictures that you have on that vision board, you just gonna be looking at a picture. That's like me looking at those pictures on the wall. It's not changing nothing until you change. That's what life is about. Life is about making choices that pivotally change the direction in which you're going. Okay? One, life is given to us according to our beliefs. Our brain is always looking for the evidence of our beliefs. So let's say you have a job, and on your job you say, Miss Sally don't like you. You know, she always got something to say. Now that is your belief. And so your mind is going to make sure you receive that belief. See, the first time Miss Sally acted like that towards you, Miss Sally could have been having a bad moment in time. But because you took it so personally, you put that imprint or you allowed that imprint of that one-time action to stay inside of you. And so you have deemed Miss Sally, one of them. And it's not Miss Sally. It is because it is your belief and it is inside of you. Everybody else get along, Miss Sally. It's just you and Miss Sally having a brain day do the time on the job. Your brain wants to prove things to you. I know so many people that have these huge goals, but they don't see the bridges or the steps it takes to get to the huge goals. They think because they wrote the vision and they made it plain, they just got to do 1 or 2 steps and they're supposed to be there. No, that's not how that works. You can write the vision and make the plain and make it plain. You can do that all day. That's good that you write it down because you are impressing your subconscious mind. But once you impress your subconscious mind, if there is no action behind it, and if, let's say, you've written a vision, you've made it plain, and you've been performing certain acts which go in alignment with the thing that you have written, and you realize the way you've been doing it is not working for you, but you continue, you just gonna force it. You're gonna, oh, it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. No, it's not gonna happen until you realize it's not happening the way you're doing it. So what the key thing to ask yourself is, what should I be doing differently for this vision to take off? That's number key. Ask yourself questions. What is the next right step I should take? What is the next right phone call I should make? What is the next right different thing I should do in my everyday daily activities? Those are things that you should question yourself because you've written the vision. You have to change what you believe about you and what you can have. Do you see how key that is? You wrote the vision, you made it plain, but you have limited beliefs on how you're going to receive that thing. Or you have limiting beliefs on, and I hear so many people say it, well, when I get this, I'm going to do that. Oh, why would you have to wait to get something to do something? Do something to get something. That's faith. That's the evidence of something that you haven't even seen yet. So you're going to do something to receive something. Focus on you, and focusing on you helps manifest your dreams even faster. I know I have said this to you guys. I had to stop all of the distractions in my life. I realized that I didn't know how to tell people no, and I didn't really have boundaries when it came to what I was allowing in my life. And so when I began to set the precedence of, I'm cutting my phone off, I'm putting on do not disturb. See, I don't give people permission to just call me and have access to me. Ask some people that know me. Baby, they may send me a text message. I may not see it till 2 days later because it's not relatable to me. It's just not relatable to me. Now, do I love them? Of course. But do I have my own things that I have to focus on? Of course. If you continue to allow people to distract you, you will never accomplish the things that you want to accomplish for yourself. All of this, do you have a minute to talk and the minute turn into an hour? No. And we holding the same conversation? No. No. Become a master of visualizing where you see yourself. Not only where you see yourself, but become a master at the steps you must take to see yourself in that spot. That's like me. Let me give you a prime example of me. Okay, I move, get my place set up, And okay, I'm gonna go exercise and I'm gonna do, I'm just thinking of all these new things that I'm gonna do. Now, the first couple of weeks I was in here, I was kind of stuck in a pattern of doing almost like the same stuff over and over and over and over again. I had so much juice in my darn refrigerator, didn't have enough water. I had to put the water down there where I couldn't even sit. So now I got it sitting on the counter to make sure I'm drinking 10 glasses of water a day and going outside. I'm walking in the daytime, exercising at night, organizing my day. I'm doing this from this hour to that hour. And when that's over, whatever else may pop up, okay, then I can do it after the time that I get through doing what I need to do for myself. But I'm not compromising what I need to do for myself for nobody. I've done that my whole life. No, game over. Not only do you visualize where you see yourself and the different actions you must take to receive different outcomes, you got to feel what you see in your mind. You got to put the impression inside of you. You feel that thing. You feel life changing in you and outside of you. And you see for yourself, because now you see for yourself, you're actually doing that's in the land of being. It's not, you're not talking about it any longer. You are actually taking those steps because you've decided to love on you. You've decided to love on you fully, committed to your life plan, your life goals, your life situations, your life circumstances. All of these things you have committed yourself to. No more distractions. Then, after you see yourself, you feel yourself, imagine yourself having the conversations at the end game. Imagine the people that you'll be around, that you envision around you. Imagine your friends that are, that you're bringing along with you. Imagine them celebrating you reaching your goal. Now, imagine you don't have to tell everybody what your goal is. That's inside you. You know your goal. Okay? And some things you have to kind of keep secret. You really do. You have to keep secret. And do these things daily for yourself. Start your day off with it if you have to. When you get up and you get your stretch on and you say thank you for this beautiful, amazing day, take a seat for a minute, you know, and really just be in a land of gratitude. Like go in the valley of your mind where the peace is at and create these images of what you desire your day to be like. Begin to create the things that you want to see because it first begins in you. Everything exists twice, once in your mind and once in your reality. Everything is no more than a thought. A great skill I want you guys to try. Write down 5 things that you want to accomplish this week. We have a couple of more days until Sunday. Write down 5 things that you know you can accomplish. Don't write down no supercalifragilisticexpialidocious goal. Write down 5 things that you know you can commit to until next week. Just write it down. Write it down. And after you write it down, if you have to beside it, write the plan. What you gonna do different to receive it? Because it is given unto you. You write it, you act on it, and you receive it. Because hopefully you believe what you write. Imagine all the steps all the new steps that you must take to reach your goal. All of the new steps, whether it be consistency, whether it be learning something different, whether it be going around a different group of people, whether it be exploring more about yourself, whether it be having more fun, whether it be concentrating on organizing yourself. I don't know what it may be, but get focused on it. Another thing, a lot of the times we want to put timelines on things. That is your timeline. You haven't done one thing differently to receive anything differently. You're doing the same thing and you're getting the same result. Leave the timeline alone. Know that the goal already exists. Figure out what it is you should change so that you can receive something different. Knock out those beliefs of somebody does not like you. You do. Let me tell you how many people have told me in Jacksonville, you just can't succeed in Jacksonville. What? Anywhere that you go, you can succeed. Anywhere that you go. If you have a goal, you can do it anywhere. Nobody can stop you from doing it but you and your belief that something is withheld from you. I'm trying to get the prodigal children out of the pig slot right now. It's time for you to come home and manifest. Okay? We sitting here waiting on you. We done can't. What? Come on and walk through these gates and get it. Oh, and another thing about putting things on timelines, you're forcing yourself because you want to prove something to yourself that you don't fully believe you can have. You don't fully believe you deserve it. And you're not so sure of your why when you put a date on it. You haven't gotten your why down. And I know a lot of people here in Jacksonville have no idea what their why is. Business owners, baby, have no idea what their why is. If you ask them, clueless. Your why is important in your vision, in your manifesting. Why do you want these results? You got to ask yourself these questions so that you can honestly answer those questions. And if you're ask yourself this: is my end goal ethically, morally, and is my let me see how I'm gonna say this. Is my end goal morally right, ethically right, and is it on true foundations and principles of treating someone the way I would like to be treated? Am I operating in some type of conspiracy or some kind of monopoly or some kind of deceptive way? Ask yourself those questions, and your truest self will answer those questions because we all have that inner guide. That's the reason we must shape our mind first. You see it within yourself. You act differently than you've ever acted. You got to really step out of your stepper. And we ain't talking about just a little bit of stepping, stepping out of your stepper. We got to get out of that I'm going to make it happen kind of move. You make it happen by taking, I will say this, and I've noticed this. by taking smaller steps. Sometimes we want to take these gigantic steps that are very unrealistic, that leads to anxiety, stress, frustration, worry, doubt, fear, because we want to take this huge leap into something that evidently we're not ready for. We have got to prepare to get to the end. Because where you see yourself, what have you done to prepare yourself to get there? Ask yourself that. The person that you see at the end of your goal, what have you truly done to get there? Have you gone back to school? Have you got a certificate in something? Have you learned something different? Have you, we're talking about weight loss. Have you started a routine of doing any kind of activities? Or are you just going to look at yourself all the time and say, oh, you want something to change, but you don't want to do nothing to make it change? Once you begin exercising, your body will go on and just kind of bloop, 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 bloop to what you envision, because you already have the vision of what you desire to look like. Put some movement in it. That's just like your business. Let's say you're operating a business at home. Okay? I operate my business from home, but I separate my business from my home. When I'm finished with this, I put this up. I clear my area. It ain't clean right now, but I'm clear it before I leave, before I get up out of here. I'm gonna clear my area, organize my stuff, so when I come back and do my next show, I do is pop this thing up and go. I'm gonna have my script already written, my scripture already done, all of these things, preparing for the next level means preparing now. I have a friend that has a desire to lead people, and great person, really is. And until they step out of that fear of not feeling good enough or accomplished enough, all of these things, and waiting for that great miraculous day when this thing is going to manifest, it's rough sometimes. It's really rough. Now, this manifesting stuff starts at night. And I want you to really get this. Most of us sleep with our phones. Our phones are not important when we rest, and they truly aren't important when we awaken. We must guard our mind, and we cannot allow everything to flow into us. I must continue to tell you how important it is not to allow things to just flow into you. I'm going to give you a prime example. Get ready to start the show, looked at the clock. I said, okay, next thing you know, my phone ding, boom. So I look at a text message. Next thing you know, I stop what I'm doing because I done got caught up in somebody else's stuff. Then when I realized it and I got back on track, I had to forgive myself for even looking at the thing and carrying on with myself like that. Because, hey, it's too early in the morning for me to be entertaining your thoughts right now. That's one. Number two, I ain't got no business up and down no timeline looking at no TikTok and Instagram and Facebook and nothing. I don't have time. This don't happen right now. You know, I have it allotted in my time per day. I have specific times to do this. And the rest of the time, I'm scripting, I'm learning, I'm doing something different. I'm exercising, I'm cooking my dinner, my lunch, or whatever I'm doing. I'm doing other things. I'm living. Then when it's my time to come back on here, so be it. It's my time. I'm prepared. I can sit down. I have everything written down, and I can come here and talk to us about manifesting our life, our dreams, one new thing at a time. What if you decided to do one thing differently today? What if you made an imprint on your subconscious mind that was so powerful that it had to reveal the evidence to you today? What if? And I want you to understand, changing our beliefs can be hard. Can be hard because a lot of the beliefs that we have are taught behavior from society and our social our atmosphere, the people we grow up around, and the people we hang around, the places where we live, and changing all of those conditions and making choices. So you got to make these choices. If you don't want to be somewhere, don't be there. Ain't nobody forcing you to be there, but you won't save the money to move, or you won't even look for a property, because see, that's giving God intent. That's showing your subconscious mind you have the intention on getting up out of that situation, whatever it is. So you get to looking for you a place to live. Or you looking for a car. You get to looking for a car. You got somewhere to go, baby. You get to looking for a dress. These are things that, and you have to do that to show yourself and your mind that this thing is so in my life. And so I got to see this. And I expect you to show it to me because I don't put a lot of effort in it. So, one, starts at night. Do not sleep with your phone beside you. Take it to another room. Cut it completely off if you can. If you got an alarm clock, set the clock. Leave the phone outside the room because we all have the we'll wake up and do this like we missed something. Looking at somebody else's life. And while you looking at somebody else's life and everything that they doing, guess what you doing with your life? Nothing. Nothing. And then when you realize you're not doing anything, you put the phone down, guess what? You're not even organized to even start your day. Or you're not even organized enough the night before you go to sleep and you plug your phone up in the other room and you've already written down your day for your next day. When I wake up in the morning, this is my to-do list, my honey-do list. I got a whole honey-do list for me. Wake up. Speak it into existence. Thank you for such an amazing day. Get up. Stretch. I've been doing a little yoga, y'all, so get my yoga on. Turn on me some music. Cook me some oatmeal because I love oatmeal. I really do. I love oatmeal. Cook me some oatmeal and some toast, put some butter on it. Drink me a cup of coffee. Take a walk while it's cool. Come back in. Make sure my script is completely written out and read over it. Make sure I'm not going to edit and make any changes to it. Do that. Check my emails. Handle my business. Make my phone calls because I'm putting the network together. I got to upload the songs to the radio station. I'm talking about, I do that. because I haven't gotten to the point where I can employ people to assist me in doing these things. So baby, I sit at this computer sometimes hours on end, uploading songs, downloading them and uploading them into my radio station, and downloading videos and uploading them into the radio station. Whole time I'm just as happy. Lord, thank you, because I got a good vibe, I got some music playing, and I got a vision. I can see myself, and I'm moving towards my goal. Okay? Do not start your day with a phone. Stop giving the world access to your mind until you collect your own thoughts for the day. Collect your own thoughts for the day. What is this day like to me? This day is like the wind blowing, easy, like Sunday morning for me today. This day for me is full of hope. It is full of life. It is full of, again, choices, because everything in life is no more than a choice. It's full of choices, and I'm grateful that I can make righteous choices that are good for me. May not be good for nobody else, but it has to be good for me right now. And I want you to look at your manifestation, your end goal, and know that you deserve it, whatever it is. And I'm not judging it. If it's being a yoga instructor or playing a guitar in a band, singing, I don't know what your dream is. Only you know what your dream is. And only you have the dream. And another thing, people say God has designed you to be a certain type of way. I look at life like this. God dwells in all of us. So it's no more than a decision to choose what it is you want to be and see how life has carried you in this wave that has taken you through stages to reach where you are right now, looking at this video. Where you are right now, figuring out how to get this thing done, how to get the party started. When you're going up and down timelines, another thing that happens is we begin to collect other people's beliefs. Now, I'm talking to you from a scientific point of view because I did go to school to study the mind, okay? If I went to the store and picked up, I'm just, okay, this is an empty, this is an empty bottle. And I sat here and I read it and it said it's gonna take away my spots and I don't know what it's gonna do, but whatever whatever the bottle say, and I agree with it, it's gonna happen. I'm gonna give you an example. There was a young lady on a TikTok a couple of months ago, and she was talking about the multiple things that you could do with Vicks Vapor Rub. It tickled me because I said, all right, God, here too, according to her belief. But other I wouldn't do. But I will tell you this, a lot of things are what they are because we are who we are. Manifesting your life is no more than a decision. Not only is it a decision, there are required actions. So ask yourself, what is the next great required action that I must take? Do not make these steps large steps. Manifestation is not about jumping over the mountain. It's about making the mountain move. and you make the mountain move by order, step by step, focus, and not getting distracted by your peripheral view of life. You have a laser focus on your goal. You think about where you are, how many things you have tried, realizing none of those things work. Now, what is the next great thing I can do? What is the next great step I can make to get me closer to where I see myself? Because every step you take, there is going to be something new that's added to you. New people, new friends, new conversations, new realities, it's going to be so much new in your life because of the new thing that you are doing. Because you believe that you have already received, not that you can receive. You got to believe that I have already received that. And the reason why I believe I have already received it is because I see how everything is just working together. And I'm grateful that it's working together. And being grateful for everything that you do, all of the time that you put into your goal, be grateful that you have that time and that you have the ability and that you can put these things together. Also, be grateful for life. Make sure that you don't be so consumed with the end goal that you forget how to live. Life was given to you so that you live. The happier you are, the quicker your manifestations come. Hello. Get happy. Get happy. Go experience life and don't be afraid to experience life. Don't be afraid to meet new people. Don't be afraid to go to the library and read a book. Don't be afraid to get on your computer and learn something different. Like I'm working on Photoshop. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. I'm not used to it, but I know I can get it. Can't be that hard. I'm going to stop looking at stuff thinking that it's hard. If Jim and Jane can do it, Latiska can do it too. I'm going to punch a nail in the shoe. I remember that. I hope y'all remember that too. I say that a lot because I remember that. I am a punchinella. And when God made us, me and you, guess what? He only made one of us. One me, one you. Your dream is so much different than my dream. And you never know who you may have to be of service to get to your dream. So often, many people want to, I really don't want to use that word use, but I'm going to go on and use it. They want to use people to get to their goal. Be of service to another to reach your goals. And I will say this, be of service to someone that is like-minded. Don't be of service to, let's say your goal is to be a owner of a water company. Okay? But you hanging around dump truck drivers. What they got to do with the water? Hang around like-minded people. Do things that relate to what you want to do. Go places that are relatable to what it is you want to do. Because in those places, guess what? Those are the like-minded people that will carry you through. Those are the like-minded people that you may have to be of service to get to the next level. Because each one teach one. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to seek it for yourself. Don't be afraid to pray the prayer of, oh Lord, help me to move this mountain. Because it is done. And once you say, amen, know without a shadow of a doubt, it is done. Not it is going to work out and all of that. No, it is done. The Bible says to speak as though it already exists. All of these words that are in past tense and future tense and all of that, that's not as it is. You've got to know that things are just as they should be, and that you are exactly where you should be in this stage, in this process of learning how to manifest your life. And I want you to know you manifest everything else. It's that large thing that you just want to jump hurdles to get to. No, prepare yourself. You know that song's a church song. He's preparing me for something greater. I cannot remember, but I think it's Daryl Kohler that sings it. He's preparing me, but guess how he's preparing me? Through making better decisions, through knowing that I have to put the work in. We got to stop this praying and waiting on God. And God is saying, well, what? I gave you everything that you need. I gave what else you want. I've given you infinite intelligence. I've given you the power to speak things into existence. I've given you righteous thinking, righteous action. I've given you life and the infinite possibilities of what you can be. What else can I give you? We must stop going outside of ourselves. The power is us. It has been us our whole freaking life. It has been us our whole freaking life. You have to look at where you come from, what you've been told. Think about the scars that may be in your heart and in your mind, the things that may be binding you and holding you back. Say, I bind myself to my goal. I bind myself to the end game. I bind myself to that. I am committed to reaching that goal without a time limit. When it's my time, I'll be right there. And it's going to blow me away to realize I made it. I made it. I made it. And when you visualize, do that. Know that you've already made it. It's already done. And you're only taking steps. These steps are nurturing you. These steps are maturing you. These steps are cultivating you to be the end game. See, it was great enough that you had the vision to see yourself being all of that. Now that you see it in the kingdom, take steps for it to manifest. Grace, mercy. compassion, and understanding for yourself. Another thing, give yourself a high five. Yeah, bam, bam. Do it for yourself. Congratulate yourself on every step, on everything. The whole process is a beautiful thing. And allow your mind to become at peace and allow it to cultivate and grow new things so that you may have a new experience. Pull those weeds out and make sure you delete those dead programs that do not mean you any good. Delete those programs from your whole memory bank. Say a prayer, Lord, delete it right now. Thank you. I no longer desire to do these, to walk in these cycles and circles. I ask to complete this cycle in my life. I ask for brand new actions, brand new choices, brand new decisions, brand new friends, brand new everything. Not saying I don't love what you've already given me. I love everything that you have already given me. And I thank you for everything that you have given me. And I won't forget, can't forget what I've come through to get to where I'm headed. And I won't forget none of the people from the past because they will be right there with me. But I know I have to break away so that I can get to that end. That end is my heart. That end is my desire. That end is everything to me. And I cannot allow anyone to block it or stop it because I love me. And that's the choice that you have to make. You have to say that you're worthy, you deserve it, that you're going to put the work in to achieve it, that every wrong thing will be made right, every yoke will be broken. How about this? Every yoke is broken. And everything that was binding you, you have been set free right here, right now. And as God gives it to me, because it's just popping in my head like that. As God gives it to me, I give it unto you. Because God's promises, God's love is real, has been real, will always be real for generations and generations and generations and generations. I do not want anyone that is listening to this not to reach their end goal because you are more than equipped. You are more than able and you are good enough right now to begin taking steps to achieve it. Don't be afraid of the new. Jump off of that cliff with me. You know, with a childish mind, with a childlike mind. That's how you get in heaven. Have a childlike mind and know all things are possible. I'm going to jump off this cliff. I'm going to do so much new stuff because I know the end game. And I believe that it is so and done. I am complete just as I am right now, whole, happy, deserving, and worthy, just as you are. But where I see myself, there is some work that must be done. And guess who's going to do it? Me, myself, and I. All of us going to do it together. I love you. Let's go on and pray this thing on out. Our Father, we come to you today and we say thank you. Thank you for your unmerited favor in our lives. Thank you for such an amazing day. Thank you for such an inspirational word. And I pray that all the hearts, ears, and minds that are listening be blessed in the city and blessed in the field. And understand that we have to be in the field to get to the city. And it's okay that we achieve things in right order, righteous order. Because in all of the steps that we have to take, we're learning. We are open to learn. We are open to receive the blessings and the promises which you have given to us. We put our trust in the fact that we're making the right choices. We're doing the right actions. And we are imprinting in our subconscious mind the reality that we desire. We are doing what it takes to get there. We have decided it is no way around it, no way under it, over it, on the side of it. It is so. We thank you for hearing our prayers. We bless each other. We send light and love throughout the universe to our ancestors, spirit guides, animal kingdom, plant kingdom, all the kingdoms, everything in which you have created. We send light and love to it. We honor your creations. We love your creations. And create in us the right spirit to learn to love the way you love us, others. These things are gifts that we no longer see color, that we no longer see any form of discrimination within ourselves or towards another. Lord, take it out of us. If there be darkness in our heart, fill it with light right here, right now. We believe that it can be done right here and right now. We don't have to wait for you to move. Take it out and burst our hearts wide open. Let us not only give light, but receive light. Allow us to manifest in such a miraculous way that others know or others can see what our prayer has been to you. Light our path, and we thank you. We thank you for all of these things. We thank you for opening our heart. We thank you for shedding light in us and allowing the light to shine from us. We thank you for righteous thinking and righteous speaking, along with righteous actions. We thank you for written down plans and one step at a time processes. Forgive us for putting dates on things. Those were our dates because we didn't want to work the plan. Right here, right now, we decree and declare that we will work this plan and that there is nothing too hard for us to achieve. We are more than conquerors, we are warriors, and we have come through from the womb to this present moment. And our life is evident that, yes, we are righteous because we've never been forsaken. And yes, we are conquerors, warriors, and we always win. We have victory. Amen. You guys have a beautiful, blessed, amazing day. Remember, reprogram your mind one step at a time. Life is only manifestation. Now let's get this thing on. Bleep. Later.